Are you looking for a pet sitter to look after your pet when you're gone for a vacation, business trip, or any function that requires you to be away from home for a couple of days? Then pay close attention to the facts that will be highlighted below. But before we go there, let's agree on one thing. You do not want somebody who only gives your pet water and food while you're away. You need someone who can do other tasks related to your pet. And the best way to know the potential pet sitter's qualities is through a phone interview. Have the following in your interview questionnaire. The first thing to look for is whether the sitter has undergone any type of training. Well-trained pet sitters know how to connect with the pets, such that it takes just a few hours, and you can say that they've known each other for years. The second thing to look for is whether the sitter can provide services such as in-home grooming, pet walking, or exercise. You'll agree with me that when such services are provided, you and your pet are happy. Background check is another thing you need to do. You might get a sitter whose background check has already been checked, but the rule of thumb is that you must do it yourself. It's better to be safe than sorry. The fourth thing you should look for is liability insurance. In most places, pet sitters are required to have liability insurance to cover for accidents or negligence. You should also look for somebody with a veterinarian association, should your pet go through an emergency situation. The pet sitter should also spell out the contract clearly. The contract should include the hours of sitting, fees, and any other issues related to pet sitting. You will also need to know whether the sitter has a backup in case of an emergency. Be sure to ask for references when you're interviewing a potential candidate. You'll gain trust with your sitter when you hear from other clients who were satisfied by your candidate's past performance. These are only a few qualities to look for, and they're not the only ones. Each case is different. Therefore, take time to brainstorm things you want done for your pet. After deciding on a sitter, make sure you invite her to your home to see how she interacts with your pet before you hire her. If satisfied, then you can finally hire her. The other question you might be asking yourself is where you can get a well-trained local pet sitter. You can get them on local pet sitters networks offline and online. SittersEdge.com works with such networks that provide background-checked and well-trained pet sitters. You can click on the link below or go to SittersEdge.com to browse thousands of profiles of local pet sitters.